Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, class. How are you today? I hope you're in a good condition. My name is Diah Savitri, and I'm going to replace Miss Vivi's class for today. Our material for today is simple past tense and present perfect tense. I'm sure you are already familiar with that. Okay, the first one is simple past tense. We use simple past tense to talk about an action that began and ended at a particular time in the past. For example, she cooked fried rice yesterday evening. It means that the action, which is cooking, is done yesterday, and it also finished yesterday. The second one is an action that occurred over a period of time but was completed in the past. For example, is she taught English for 10 years, meaning that she was taught English in the past for 10 years, but she doesn't teach English at the present anymore. And the third one is an activity that took place regularly in the past. For example, when I was 10 years old, I took an English course there. The sentence patterns are A. Using auxiliary did. Using did in simple past tense is used when we have the verb in the sentence. And here's the patterns of the sentence. The first one is positive. The formula is subject plus verb to plus complement. Complement is the adverb of time. For example, the teacher began the meeting an hour ago. Or she wanted to go to the beach last week. And the second one is negative. The formula is subject plus didn't plus verb 1 plus complement. She, as a subject, didn't join as the verb 1 the class this morning as the complement. Or he didn't want to study math yesterday. And the third one is interrogative. The formula is did plus subject plus verb 1 plus complement plus question mark. For example, did all the students, as a subject, do the assignment as the verb 1 yesterday as the complement? Or did you go to Jakarta yesterday? The next patterns are using to be, was, and were. This is used when there are no verb in the sentence. Okay, the pattern for the positive sentence is subject plus was or were plus non-verb. For example, she, as a subject, was angry yesterday. Another example is my parents, as the subject, were able to come here. Okay, the second one is negative patterns. We have subject was or were, was not, was non-verb. For example is he was not happy because you were late. Another example is the bed was not comfortable for me. Okay, the next patterns are interrogative. The formula is was or were plus not plus subject plus non-verb. For example is, was the girl lazy? so she went to bed early. And another example is, was your mother at home when your father called? Adverb of time that is usually used in the past tense are, the first one is just now, the second one is yesterday, the third one is last. For example, last week, last month, last year, etc. And the fourth one is blah 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 ago. For example, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, etc. Moving on to present perfect tense. We use present perfect tense to talk about A. An action that happened at an unspecified time. For example, mother has never met her beloved father. Or another example is, I have bought a new motorcycle. The second one is an action that has recently occurred. For example, she has just been to Bali. Another example is, my sister has started to do her homework. And C, an action that began in the past and continues up to the present. For example is, I have lived in Bandung for 15 years, meaning that I still live in Bandung until now. Another example is, she has been to Singapore. And D, an action that happened repeatedly before now. For example, she has always phoned me at 8 p.m. Or another example is, I have read that book for several times. The sentence patterns are, for the positive one is subject plus has or have plus verb 3 plus complement. For example, she has finished her test before, or the students have finished their examination. For the negative one is subject plus hasn't or haven't plus verb 3 plus complement. For example, they haven't come here yet, or I haven't visited my parents to see their condition. And for the interrogative is has or have plus subject plus verb 3 plus complement. For example, has the plane taken off when you come? Has the plane taken off when you come? Or have you cleaned your room? Adverbial words used for present perfect tense are already, just, yet, ever, never, for, and since. That's it, guys. If you have anything in your mind, just let me know. After this, please go to Padlet to review your understanding. And after that, please go to Google Form to do the exercise. Good luck. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.